Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a loan officer Q&A, going over some of the common questions that I get from you guys in the comments section, via email, via DM. And by the way, if there are any questions that you have that I don't cover in this video, put them in the comments section and I'll go ahead and make a part 2. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, number one is, how do you get business as a new loan officer? You guys know, if you watch my videos, I like keeping things very, very simple. So we're going to keep this simple. The question you want to ask yourself is, how do you get in front of people? And how do you get in front of more people? And how can you be strategic as to the people you're going to be in front of or you want to get in front of? What I mean by that is, look, all prospecting is getting in front of a customer, getting in front of a potential customer, getting in front of someone and sharing with them what you do. That's all prospecting is. It's not any more complicated than that. So when you hear prospecting, when you hear getting clients, don't think it has to be cold calling. Don't think it has to be door knocking. Don't think it has to be advertising. Those are not the only ways to prospect, and they're not the definition of prospecting. I would define prospecting as getting in front of someone who may do business with you, or who may know someone that's going to do business with you or can do business with you. That's how I would define prospecting. It has nothing to do with cold calls. I know people in the business that get their business just from friends and family, just from a Facebook group, just from this, just from that, not just cold calling and door knocking. So don't feel that you have to do that. All it is getting in front of someone. So how could you get in front of someone? Well, you can get in front of your friends. You can go on social media. If you're very social, right, you can maybe go to a bar or maybe some kind of networking event and tell people what you do. You can do first-time homebuyer workshops. You can host booths. And by the way, I love first-time homebuyer workshops. I have a template on my website if you guys want to check it out. It's a template that I've made, and every single time I present that presentation, I've changed it, made it better, and I've done that for 2 years. So the one that I have right now on the website is my favorite one. It's the final one. I haven't made any changes to it because I believe personally I've remastered it so many times that it's finally gone to the point of perfection. I tried using the templates that the companies give you, but they don't really work out. They're too complicated. So I made my own and I mastered it. If you guys want to check it out, again, it's in the description. But that's pretty much all you guys need to know about getting clients as a new loan officer, is that the possibilities are endless, and it's really just about getting in front of someone and telling them what you do, getting them information so that they can do business with you, or maybe they know someone that can do business with you. All right, number two is, how do you work with real estate agents? And I know this is it took me a really long time to figure this out, but now I can say I've somewhat, for the most part, figured out how to create, establish, and maintain great real estate agent partnerships. Now, I'm not going to go over all that information. This is just a Q&A, so it's going to be very brief. So the key here is providing value. And I know that sounds very basic, but I'm going to explain. These real estate agents oftentimes don't know what they're doing. They're not systematic. They don't have strategies. They're the ones that are out there in front of the customers. We get in front of customers as well as a first touch, but for the most part, it's going to be real estate agents. Most of their time is prospecting. So you, as a loan officer, have to be someone, or should be someone, that could provide them tools, training, resources that will help them go out there, be confident, be trained, know what to say, know what not to say, know how to close, know how to explain the basics of loan programs to get clients. And a lot of loan officers don't do that. They call a real estate agent and say, hey, do you have any leads for me? And then the real estate agent says no, and they hang up the phone and they call someone else. Hey, do you have leads for me? Nope. Okay, they hang up. Hey, do you have leads for me? They hang up. That's all they do. And if that's what you do, then chances are you're not going to be in the business for very long. You need to provide value. So that's why I have the homebuyer workshops. Hey, do you want to host a homebuyer workshop? Hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? You need to provide value. I have marketing materials. If you go on my website, I'm going to be launching a whole buyer's marketing kit that you guys can purchase, add your information, add the real estate agent's information, and go out there and prospect with those marketing materials. So as I'm making this video, they're not out yet, but check out the website. Maybe by the time you're watching this, they're already out. Great marketing materials that you can use and go out there with real estate agents and prospect with them, right? When you have time, or even if you don't have time, at least you have these great marketing materials that you can share with them that are made by a loan officer. I make all my marketing material, by the way. I don't let companies make my marketing material for my clients. I make them because I'm the loan officer, and I've taken courses on how to explain, how to teach That's why you guys in watching these videos are like, hey, Enrique has something else. And I'm not saying that from an egotistical standpoint. You guys know that in watching my videos, the way I communicate, the way I teach is different from other people. It's very easy to understand. It's very applicable. And that's how I make my marketing materials, because a lot of the marketing materials provided by companies, you can't understand them, right? You open the buyer's guide that your company provides you and it doesn't make any sense, right? Even for me, it doesn't make sense. So how are your clients going to understand that? So I make my own marketing materials. Again, check it out. It's on my website. But those are things that you can do with your real estate agent, right? Go out there and, prospect with them, provide them information, teach them, train them. Another tip that I have for you guys is working with new or younger real estate agents, because those are the ones that need the help, need the training, need the guidance. And the seasoned loan officers aren't doing that because they already have their real estate agents that are getting deals. They're making money. They're super busy. They're not going to spend time with the new real estate agent. So for you, that's the opportunity. That's something that I've done. Eventually, those real estate agents are going to grow. They're going to be better. They're going to connect you with more real estate agents. And that's how you get along in the business. Because if you're new and you try to work with a top producer who has a loan officer that is a top producer and has been in the business for 30 years and knows what they're talking about, it's going to be very hard for you to compete. So don't even try it. You can go ahead and, shoot your shot, but for the most part, target the newer, unexperienced real estate agents or unsystematic real estate agents, untrained real estate agents. Help them out as best you can. Obviously, you're not a real estate agent, but train them with what you can train them for buyers and getting business like that. All right, number 3 is, am I too old or am I too young? So this is something that I actually thought about myself when I was brand new is, hey, I'm too young. People are not going to want to work with me. I remember calling my dad one day and being like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to make it. People don't want to send me business because I'm too young. I'm competing with these other people that are 30, 40 years old that they look experienced. And now I don't even think about it because I've understood that it's not about your age. It's about what you know and what you don't know. It's about how trained you are. It's not even about experience. I don't like the word experience because it assumes that just because you've been in the business for 20 years, you know something about it. When I've sat down with loan officers and real estate agents that have been in the business for 20 years and don't know anything about it, don't know as much as I know about it. So I don't like using the word experience. I like using the word knowingness, how much you know, and also how trained you are, how knowledgeable you are, right? That's what's important and that's what matters. So if you're young and you're worried about being too young, just understand that if you know what you're talking about, if you know what to do, if you train yourself, it's not going to be an issue. And by the way, I'm not just saying this. Just the other week, and you guys are probably not going to believe me, but just last week, I was delivering a closing gift to one of my clients, and think about this. They're lawyers. I've helped them out on 2 transactions, 2 of their mortgage needs. So I drop off the gift, and I'm like, hey, I really appreciate you guys because you guys trust me to the bone, and I'm new and I'm young. So it really means a lot to me that you guys trust me with your mortgage needs. And you know what she said? Enrique, we trust you. We don't even notice that because you know exactly what you're talking about. You know how to explain things to us. You sound like a professional. That's what she said, right? They're lawyers. So coming from a lawyer, that meant a lot to me. And it should mean a lot to you that, hey, your age doesn't matter. Now, if you're older, I also get the question, hey, what if I'm older? Well, if you're older, use it to your benefit, right? People are going to see you and they're going to be like, oh, well, that guy, that gal's experienced. So whatever your age, use it to your benefit. You're never too old or too young for anything. If you can do it, if you can train yourself to do it, then you can make it possible. Now, I have partnered up with OnCourse, previously known as Learn Mortgage. They're one of the top loan officer pre-licensing education platforms online, and they're offering the Enrique and Greatness family 20% off the pre-licensing education and a tool called Prep Excel, which will help you guys prepare and pass the exam. So they're offering 20% off. I have the link down below. They do a phenomenal job. They helped me get my license. So I highly encourage you guys to take advantage of that offer. All right, number 4 is, do I need great credit to be a loan officer? Now for this, I don't know very much because there isn't very much information about it, but I get this question often. Hey, I heard you need great credit to be a loan officer. They check your credit and so forth. I don't know the specifics, but what I recommend you guys do is call up the NMLS. They have a super phenomenal customer service department. So call them up and ask them those questions. Hey, what are some of the credit requirements? Are there credit requirements? Because there are. But they're not super specific. They don't say, hey, you need an 800 credit score. They don't say you need a 700 credit score. They just say something along the lines of, you need pretty good credit. Credit history, good credit score, what the numbers are, what they're looking for, I don't know. But just make sure you call them up. Again, they have a great customer service. For the most part, it shouldn't be an issue. All right, number 5 is, what does your day look like? So as the making of this video, it's not super systematic or scheduled. I am gonna make a video in the future going over what my schedule looks like. But right now it's just kind of random. You know, I wake up and I go over my to-do list. I see what clients I have to call, what applications I have to take. So it's not super systematic, but some things that are systematic are things like checking the interest rates. I also send out newsletters every couple of weeks or every couple of months to my clients and my real estate agent partners. So those things are systematic and scheduled. But for the rest, it's very hard to be scheduled in this business because you might get a call from a real estate agent. Hey, Enrique, I need you to call this person. They're ready to go. They're gonna go look at homes this weekend, get them pre-qualified as soon as possible. And then whatever you're doing, you have to put it to the side and then hop on that call and hop on that pre-approval. So for the most part, it's not super scheduled. It's more about getting work done, going out there to get more business, getting that work done, and so forth. All right, last question is, can this be a part-time or a side gig? And the answer is yes. I get this question so many times. Yes, it is possible. And if you guys are looking for a company that allows you to do that, because I know a lot of them need you to be experienced or they need you to be a full-time loan officer, the company that I'm at does accept people that are new and that are looking to do this part-time or full-time. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, reach out, info down below. But you can do this part-time because, a lot of times it doesn't take very long to take an application. It doesn't take very long, to speak to a client, to do a consultation. It can take maybe like a couple of hours to do it. So if you're just doing this Saturdays and Sundays, or maybe Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, you can make a lot of money, right? And if you dedicate a lot of your time to training, getting business done, prospecting, you're super organized, you can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. You just need to be super disciplined, super intelligent, and super guided, right? You need to have guidance. It's important that you have guidance because you can have 7 days of the week and not get any business. And that used to be me also in the beginning. There was a time where I had 7 days of the week free for my loan officer job, but I didn't get any business because I didn't know what to do. Now I can work off of maybe 3 or 4 days of being a loan officer, but because I'm so disciplined and I know what to do, I'm strategic, I have my marketing materials, I understand the business more, I can do that in 4 days. And the other 3 days I can do my YouTube videos, or maybe I could take the day off. So it's very important that you understand that, hey, there are companies out there that are willing to take you as part-time and train you even if you're new. And also, you can do this as a side gig and just concentrate your time in 1 day, maybe 2 or 3 days, and still get business. And that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks again so much for your time. Comment down below any questions that I didn't answer or what you guys thought. Leave a big thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. I make content for loan officer training, real estate, entrepreneurship, life improvement, and much more. Thanks again so much for your time. See you in the next video and be great.